In the deepest corners of fiction, as grandest universes, two names strike fear not just across planets, but across dimensions, timelines, and cosmic truth. Knull, the ancient god of darkness from Marvel's most terrifying mythos, and Darkseid, the ruler of Apokolips. DC is tyrant god obsessed with the anti-life equation. But what happens when these two cosmic beings, each with ambitions far beyond conventional evil, collide? This isn't just a battle of strength. It's a clash of ideologies. Knull represents the primordial void, the space before light ever existed. He's older than the Celestials, the very first breath of darkness that spawned symbiotes and brought death to gods. Darkseid, on the other hand, isn't just a god, he is the end of will, a calculating warlord who does seek death but control. His anti-life equation robs sentient beings of hope, freedom, and individuality. He doesn't want to destroy you. He wants to own you. In recent events across both universes, these titans have taken center stage again. In DC vs. Vampires, World War I, Darkseid crashes into Earth 63, a reality already plagued by a vampire apocalypse. He isn't here for conquest. He's here for his granddaughter, the daughter of Mr. Miracle and Big Barda. But when Aquaman kills her, Darkseid responds with divine wrath, crushing Arthur as body like paper. This is the Darkseid we see waiting behind holograms. This is the new god in full wrath mode, ready to burn the earth to ash. Meanwhile, in Venom: The Last Dance, we get our first taste of Knull, played by the legendary Andy Serkis. Although trapped within his prison, Knull's influence spans the galaxy. He sends his xenophages to Earth in search of a Codex One tied to Venom's bond with Eddie Brock. If retrieved, Knull could rise again, stronger and more destructive than ever. The end credits make it clear. The King in Black is awake, and the universe will burn under his rule. So now the question stands, if these two forces of destruction ever clashed, if the god of the abyss met the god of tyranny, who would win? Power beyond mortal understanding. To understand who would win, we must look not just at their appearances or moments of intimidation, but at their actual power sets, their feats, their scale, and their raw presence within their respective multiverses. Let's start with Knull. His powers are monstrous. He controls the living abyss, a substance that predates the universe itself. With it, he crafted the symbiotes, living weapons that can bond, multiply, and devour. He forged the god-slaying weapon All Black, which later became the Blade of Gore, the God Butcher. Knull can reshape matter, manipulate darkness, and is virtually immortal. He created an entire planetary hive mind called Clinter, which eventually turned on him. His durability and regenerative capabilities allowed him to wage war for eons, and even when his body was disintegrated by the god of light using Eddie Brock as corpse, his consciousness persisted within the symbiote hive. Darkseid, meanwhile, does he create life. He corrupts it. He's not made of shadow, but of fire and force. His most famous power, the Omega Effect, allows him to erase beings from existence, trap them in death loops, or resurrect them at will. In his true form, which exists beyond space and time, Darkseid dwarfs the already monstrous version we usually see. He has fought beings like the Spectre, shattered timelines, and even brought the multiverse to its knees in Final Crisis. When he is killed, his essence simply shifts into another avatar. Death cannot contain him because Darkseid is a concept, not just a being. And in the vampire-ravaged world of Earth 63, we see that even in a weakened version, Darkseid can kill Aquaman with one hand. Imagine if this Darkseid becomes vampirized, an immortal parasite fused with a god of tyranny. That is not just a planetary threat. That is a cosmic apocalypse. The war of intentions. What makes this fight more terrifying is not just their powers, but their goals. Knull does not seek to rule. He seeks to erase the light, to return all of existence to its primordial void. His war against the Celestials was out of spite, because they brought light into the darkness. Knull creates armies of symbiote dragons and sends them across galaxies, converting or consuming all they touch. But Knull's war is one of vengeance. He was content in his void until the universe disturbed him. That makes him a destroyer, not a ruler. If left alone, he would sleep in the dark. But awaken him, and he consumes everything. Darkseid is different. He seeks control, not destruction. He wants to infect the minds of all sentient beings with the anti-life equation, robbing them of freedom. He doesn't want to kill hope. He wants to enslave it. In many stories, when Darkseid wins, entire galaxies operate as one under his singular will. No chaos, no war. Just a tyrannical stillness, a horrifying peace. So imagine these two intentions clashing. Knull wants darkness, silence, and void. Darkseid wants order, submission, and control. Both are incompatible. Both would see the other as a cosmic virus. Knull would see Darkseid as anti-life, as a corruption of the void. Darkseid would see Knull as chaos, as an insult to structure. This is a war not just of gods, but of philosophies. The battle unfolds. Now let us dive into how the battle would actually play out. Visualize it. A planet floating alone, maybe one like Earth-63, already destroyed by vampires, heroes long gone, the sky is red with blood. From one end descends Darkseid, booming with fire and omega energy. From the other, a swirling vortex of black tendrils and red eyes Knull riding a wave of symbiote dragons. Lightning cracks. The air warps. Knull would strike first, sending his horde to overwhelm Darkseid. They would swarm him like a hive, trying to bond, to infect. But Darkseid's will is absolute. The symbiotes may sense a god, but one too alien to control. His omega beams would incinerate hundreds at once, arsing through the sky like judgment. He could even try to destroy Knull's physical form entirely. But Knull cannot be killed so easily. His body can be destroyed, but his essence, like Darkseid's own, persists in the hive. He may retreat into the void, regroup, and return stronger. The battlefield would melt, cities would crumble, and space itself would buckle under their presence. And then, in a moment of terrifying escalation, the unthinkable happens. Knull attempts to bond with Darkseid, not to possess, but to amplify, to turn the god of control into the god of the void. But Darkseid is a host. He is a concept. Knull's symbiotes cannot latch onto an idea. In a final clash of philosophies, Darkseid's willpower and control begins to erase Knull's influence from reality, pushing back against the hive mind, severing the living abyss from its source. This would be a fast victory. It would take eons. But eventually, one truth remains: the final verdict. Who wins? So now, we arrive at the question we've been asking from the start. Who wins, Knull or Darkseid? Knull is terrifying, ancient, immortal, the god of darkness, and creator, one of the most dangerous life forms in Marvel lore. He is a force of nature, of nothingness, wielding power capable of bringing down gods. But Darkseid isn't a force of nature. He is the end of nature. He does to consume, he commands. And that is where the difference lies. Knull can infect. Darkseid cannot be infected. Knull creates fear. Darkseid is fear. Knull may kill gods, but Darkseid makes gods bow. In the end, while Knull would rage and overwhelm, Darkseid, his true form, his conceptual existence, and his absolute dominion over willpower and reality would wear Knull down, not with brute strength, but with inevitability. Final result, Darkseid wins. He does to just defeat Knull, he erases him from the equation. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.